What's going on, everybody? We are back with the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. We are the week after SummerSlam. What a show. It impressed me. Had some good moments. Obviously had some bad moments like the Denhouse and Dom Mysterio match, which we're not going to talk about. But hey, some good stuff throughout the show. I thought it really lived up to the SummerSlam name. Obviously, there was some stuff people didn't like the Punk and Cody match. I personally didn't hate it, but there were a lot of people who did not like the pace of it. I think they were going for like a 1980s type of match. It didn't really go the way they planned. I saw Punk pooped himself during the match, if that's what actually happened, which is kind of funny. But I'm joined by QJ and Tears. Fellas, how's our week been going? We ready to talk some wrestling today?
Pretty good.
A lot of things happen even outside of SummerSlam, but we'll talk about that on a future day probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of news. I mean, I've been posting a lot of shorts on the channel. A lot of it's been WWE focused. There's been a lot of WWE news. Not that I've been only trying to make it about WWE, but SummerSlam's the second biggest PLE of the year. They say a lot of news, a lot of retirements, a lot of WTFs, what was going on with that show, everything. So let's start off talking about some of the big news. Brock officially retires. Now, I probably misspelled officially, but it is what it is. So Brock announced on the Pat McAfee show, he's done. That was it for me. His match against Femi is his final match. It's been a heck of a run for Brock Lesnar. He's done it all in this business. I mean, he's literally done it all. And obviously, everybody can have their opinions about Brock outside the ring, about the whole Vince stuff and everything else. But in the ring, Brock was must see. He didn't have to do a lot in the ring. He was always an attraction, somebody who always got the fans wanting to see him. So, Tears, I'll start with you. What do you think about Brock's final match against Ober, or at least what you've seen of it? And do you have a favorite memory of Brock Lesnar?
I thought it was a pretty good final moment because, like, let's be fair, Brock Lesnar is not at all going to be known for like having a must 5-star match quality, even though he's had some pretty good feuds against a lot of people who you would say is like 5-star quality wrestlers. I thought the match definitely, like, for a Brock Lesnar retirement match, pretty much did all the things you would expect in a Brock Lesnar match. It was sure you can make the argument that it didn't need to be Hell in a Cell, but a lot of Brock's most, I guess you could say, highlighted moments did involve like a cell or a cage of some sorts. Even like if you want to like say it's a UFC thing as well, I wouldn't. Um, I did enjoy the tombstone to reference the other Hell in a Cell match he had. But for his career as a whole, which is weird to think, like this second run since 2013 is when he came back. I think it was 2013. This was his longest run in WWE. So I would have to say, highlight match for me. Probably. That's actually decent choices because, like, even though people wouldn't want to say it, Goldberg and him at Mania, short, very impactful though. I would say him versus Styles, just
That was
classic
fun.
Styles. Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and give mine. Him against Seth Rollins against John Cena at the Royal Rumble. That's my favorite Brock match personally. Some might say, well, that's not a one-on-one. I don't care. I love that match. I still go back and watch it once in a while. It was just, it had everything, a clash of styles. It had everything you want. It had Super Cena, it had the powerhouse Brock, and it had the young, high-flying guy Seth Rollins in his prime. Like, it was just like everything you want in a match, really, in that. That was a fun, you don't get a lot of triple threats like that nowadays in WWE. I really enjoyed it. QJ, what about you? What's your favorite Brock Lesnar moment or match that he's had throughout his career?
Uh, Favorite match for Brock was did like him and Dan Bryan Survivor Series. It's a pretty good one.
Really enough, that always happens like
That
at
was fun,
Survivor
too.
Series with
That was
Brock.
supposed to be him and Jinder Mahal, which is
Oh,
funny. And Brock
him and
was like,
Jinder, yeah. Thank God.
No, I thought the Styles was the one that was supposed to be Jinder Mahal.
maybe it was. Yeah, I know one of them was
Yeah,
supposed to be. He was just like,
Because
I'm not working with Jinder Mahal. I'm not doing
I think
that.
Brian was a heel when that match happened.
Yeah, it was when he was doing that thing with Rowan, and he was like the Earth champion or whatever, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
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 But I guess like for my question, to add on to this, now that they're both over, both runs are officially over, do we prefer early 2000s Brock or this final year or final run Brock? Like from
I don't know.
2013 to now, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know. I liked early. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't
Because I think
hate
it's safe
either
to say they're
one.
two different people.
Yeah, like one's a younger, more athletic,
Yeah, I like the
does
younger
more,
person.
and this Brock was just like a dominant, kick everybody's ass
Yeah.
type. So
Felt real.
yeah, like, and there were some real moments with Brock with Strowman when he kicked him in the head for real. And I mean, there
Oh,
was
yeah.
some
Him
real,
versus
real stuff that
Orton.
went on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that,
sorry. I still like that shooting star.
Yeah.
I'm sure Brock didn't.
yeah, Brock almost got paralyzed, bro. He was cooked. Him and Kurt was one of my favorite matches too.
Yeah, him and
even though
Kurt,
that
yeah.
moment
That was
happened.
a
But
great
yeah,
feud overall.
yeah, it was really fun. Like,
I still
I think
think him versus
Brock's
Taker is probably Brock's best like rival is him and Taker.
yeah, I
Yeah, him
would
and
say
Taker, yeah,
so.
definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Both their Hell in a Cell matches were really good. That's probably up there for me too. Him and Brock and Taker's second Hell in a Cell match I actually thought was really good. Undertaker was older at that time. I thought it actually was a really good match. So yeah, there's a lot of good Brock matches. Like, I know he's not a guy who did a lot in his matches, but when Brock actually cared about his performances or cared about his opponent, he put on a good show. He did that with Oba when he actually put in more effort. He did that against Styles, did it against Rollins, did that against Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
It's always been said he preferred smaller opponents. It was kind of more his preference.
But you
So.
can definitely tell like the matches where he didn't care and it
Oh
showed,
yeah,
like him
for
versus
sure.
Ambrose.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, him and Ambrose.
That
Yeah,
was
that
terrible.
was yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, there's a lot of good Brock moments throughout the years. I mean, he's going to be missed in WWE. I still don't know if I fully believe he's retired, though. I think TKO is going to throw him a bag and be like, "Oh, Brock, we need you for WrestleMania. Please come back, please, please."
I
Like,
feel
I
he'll
don't
do
know.
one more match.
But I'll put it
Yeah.
this way: do you think Brock can get away with just saying no, though?
Yeah.
He's one of those names to where, like, if he said no, like, it's not like he needs to actually do another match.
Oh, he don't. But you know, he cares about the money. He wants to have his kids have a
Yeah.
good life. So he's probably like, I'll do it. $10 million, do one match, and do 5 moves and
5
lose.
moves.
Mania Toddy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know if I believe. I never believe. Even Cena's kind of contradicting his wrestling retirement. Like, oh, it would break a company if they brought me out of retirement. So you're not saying I'm never wrestling again. You're just saying.
I have been seeing like people have been saying like if Brock was to come back, who would he go up against now?
Gunther. That'd be my.
Gunther probably. Yeah.
Oh God, no.
I've already heard rumors if he does wrestle at next year's WrestleMania, it's gonna be him and Gunther. I've already heard that. I've already heard it. So we'll see.
It gotta happen to you.
It doesn't. It does not need to happen. It really
WWE's
doesn't.
ruined Gunther anyways. Like, it's just cooked. But yeah, I mean. So next topic, Dom Mysterio. And look, it's not been a fun year for Dom. He was the hottest heel in the company last year, and this year has not went his way. He faced Danhausen at SummerSlam and lost in a Human Money's on a Pole match. And he's growing very frustrated. He's not the only one. There's a lot of wrestlers in WWE I keep hearing are frustrated with their booking. They're not happy, whatever the case. Pretty much he's frustrated with his booking being different in AAA and on the main roster. Like AAA, he's a double champion. He's presented as one of the top stars there. On the main roster, he's feuding with the guy who's a comedy act. Like, you could definitely see why he's a little bit frustrated. It's not been, very good booking for Dom lately. Like Judgment Day, I feel like is kind of just in a corner right now when it comes to booking. Like they kind of tease stuff and they don't do it. And I don't know. It's weird. But QJ, what do you think about Dom Mysterio being frustrated? Do you blame him? Do you think WWE has a chance to fix him? I've heard other YouTubers like Santi talk about like it's going to take a lot to repair Dom right now. Like it's bad. What do you think about his booking and his overall frustration?
I mean, I don't blame that match. I mean, I ain't gonna be honest with y'all. I skipped that match and then I watched it. Can't do him like that. You really can't do him like that because I mean, he had a good build up, and then you just, you do that to him. I don't know. You just gotta give people more of a chance. Let it go through a little bit, and then if it, don't work out, don't work out. But we see him in, like you said, other companies like a star there than over here. It's just, see the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've seen that with a lot of people. Gable, Phoenix. He's like the cruiserweight champion over there on the main roster. He can barely get on TV. Like Lola Vice looks like a star over there, which she's might be getting called up to the main roster soon. If anybody hasn't heard that, she's on her way up. Probably SmackDown with her boyfriend Priest.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, so that should be something. But yeah, I mean, for me, like Dom, he's 29, I think, maybe 30 now, so has plenty of time. But man, they've really buried him into a hole with this booking, and it's you can only have somebody lose to people, excuse me, so much to where it gets to being like, okay, why should we care about this guy anymore? And I think a lot of the heat from Dom's died off because it's just like fans just don't care about him right now. Like he's not being in anything important. They had Liv not even defend the championship for 100+ days. Like they're just like sabotaging this
But
whole group almost besides Raquel. And it's just like, what are we doing here?
but
Like,
remember, he beat John Cena though.
and that's why people were even more pissed off
Yeah,
because
but John Cena beat him.
Right.
but he beat John Cena's last PLE. That's the thing. Like he was John Cena's last PLE loss. Like, and now he's losing to
Was
Danhausen
there?
on SummerSlam. Like, what are we doing here?
No, wait,
It's
no.
like
What
WWE
you
has
said,
no
Tim?
long-term vision for anybody. They just do shit at that moment, and they're like, okay, what's the plan for Dom 6 months from now? Uh,
Uh,
I don't know. Let's just put him against Danhausen in some garbage match. They got by the way, that match shouldn't even have got a half star. I saw Dave Meltzer give it a half star. It should have got 0 stars.
and
Zero.
I did not watch.
Be glad you didn't, because it was not good. It was the worst match, one of the worst matches in SummerSlam history. I can't say it was awful. But Tears, what do you think
What you
about Dom
think,
being
dude?
frustrated with his creative? What are your thoughts on it?
It's pretty valid to be like frustrated with the booking, considering like he was like a pretty high up star for them. Like a lot of people were saying, like, "Oh, Dom definitely is the future." Now it's like not really showing that. But I feel like I forgot what I watched that showed like people have their own personal bookers. I can't remember. And like saying like, yeah, Dom is shown more love at AAA than in WWE. I feel like that's because like maybe his personal booker, if he has one, we don't know. It's just more focus on him being a major star for AAA. Because I mean, now that they have that deal with them, deal ownership, whatever you want to call it, they might just be more focused on making him a star for Mexico than WWE right now. I mean that could be it. I'm being a little lenient there.
I mean, it's a possibility. Maybe Undertaker looks at him and says, we want to make this guy one of the top stars here. I mean, him and El Grande Americano, you could probably put as the top face and top heel over there if you put like their main focus on those guys being main stars over there. I mean, WWE is just sometimes they just don't know how to. Triple H is always talking about long-term storytelling and all this other stuff. It's like, bro, you don't even have a plan for these. He had Gunther retire half the legends, and he's losing to Cody 3-4 times in a row. Like, what?
Has not beaten him once.
No.
That's
And then he's being put in a match against Nick Aldis, which is cool. But they're saying, oh, he retired Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis was already retired for like 3 or 5 years. So how did he retire? Like, what? But like Braun Breaker, he's not. I mean, he had that stare down with Oba Femi. That brought a little bit aura back to him. I think that was very cool to see that. But like, he's another guy, Braun Breaker, and Dom's similar situation where he was so hot. His obviously has to do with more injuries, and Dom did have an injury as well. That kept him off TV for a while. But like, they just don't have long-term visions for a lot of people, and it's really hurting them. It's like Oba winning King of the Ring. And they're like, okay, well, we're not going to have him go for the championship. We had a whole tournament to see who would face the champion. We're just going to have him win it. Oh, yeah, he's not going to go for the title anytime soon. No, he won King of the Ring, but he's not going to go for the title. It's just like, I don't know. I'm going off on a little bit of a rant here about WWE, but it is what it is.
I mean,
yeah.
I
Go ahead,
guess
dude.
to be fair, it does go with like the argument that we had like for the Fiend and Rollins at Hell in a Cell. It's like you don't want to book yourself in a corner, and I guess like going for Brock instead of a title does help, considering the title scene is Reigns and Rollins, or well, mostly just Reigns and right now. So I guess it's one of those things to where like you could have him win King of the Ring because everybody else in that tournament, I mean, like, yeah, you could say could have used it, but were they believable? considering Oba was in the tournament. So I guess it's just one of those things where, like, was it the best choice, really?
Well, here would be my counter argument. Don't have him win King of the Ring. Brock was apparently supposed to screw him in King of the Ring. They didn't go through it. They could have easily just had Brock come out there, cost him. They could have had LA Knight win the tournament. They could have had Jey Uso win the tournament. They could have had Rollins win the tournament. They could have booked that a lot better than what they did. And I get it. They want to have Oba dethrone Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's what they want to do. That is the plan, apparently. I get it. We're going to talk about Oba and Reigns a little bit later as one of the topics. So I ain't going to go too far deep into it, but it's just like some of the stuff WWE does could easily be avoidable. And they don't like think long term. They just think in that moment, like, okay, we'll have him win King of the Ring. Okay, but he's still feuding with Brock. Ah, shit. We'll just make up some shit like, oh, he's not going to use it right now. He'll just use it 8 months from now. Like, it's just like
ruining
some,
King of the Ring.
Yeah, it was just pointless for him to win it to me. Like, and again, like, okay, so it's going to be obvious who's going to win the Royal Rumble. Because if I start hearing rumors about who's going to win the Royal Rumble, I already know, okay, Oba's facing Reigns. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble is obviously facing Punk or Cody or whoever the champion is. Like, I don't know. It is what it is with WWE. So let's talk about some positive moments from SummerSlam. And that is Chelsea Green and Chad Gable finally got their moments on the main roster. It's been a long time coming for both these wrestlers, especially Chad Gable. Chelsea Green's been released a few times. She came back. Michael Hayes made them comments about her that he was getting roasted for, saying she's more of the type of wrestler that makes the Charlottes and makes the Tiffany Strattons look better. She's not the top woman in our company and stuff like that. So, Tears, I'll start with you. What do you think about Chelsea Green and Chad Gable finally winning their first singles world? Well, Chelsea Green won her first singles world title, and Chad Gable won his first singles title on the main roster.
I think it's definitely a good moment. Like, yeah, Chelsea Green's is really good because, like, it's like against the Michael Hayes like scandal, or not scandal. Why did I say that? Like the wording, um, showing like she can be up there, which is great. But I feel like the Chad Gable one definitely means more because we were supposed to have this moment all the way back in during the Gunther, because I did see somebody make a video about like storylines that led to nothing, and Gunther versus Chad Gable was definitely one of them. And then Sami Zayn took the opportunity, won the belt, and then we had like the Chad Gable turn heel, which I guess, like, to be fair, he turned heel because he couldn't get the Intercontinental title. Now that he's a face again after the El Grande Americano gimmick, him winning the IC belt, I guess you could say, kind of goes back to that storyline because he never had to turn heel. He could have just stayed a face, and then he would have won the belt. So I guess that feels good. Plus, Chad Gable finally getting something, any form of credit to his name. He gets an IC belt. That's really nice. Which, nothing against Penta. Penta was a great IC champion, but it was starting to like run its course for me personally.
Yeah, Penta was only going to go so far as champion. Like, he was champion for a good while too. By the way, they just announced
Since
Trick Williams
Mania.
against Baron Corbin rematch tonight on SmackDown's a recording, so that should be
Oh,
something. But
I guess
you,
that goes for something later.
yeah, but I liked both of them having their moments. Chelsea Green, me and QJ talked about it. I'm like, Chelsea Green, in my prediction video, I said she could be a wild card in this as an interim champion. Maybe they do something different, have her win. I was predicting either her or Charlotte was going to win this. But I was like, okay, Charlotte and Jade are feuding. They're probably not going to have them win. Maybe they have Tiffy win. It's her hometown, but eh. So I was like, yeah, Chelsea actually makes a lot of sense to win this. And the crowd was getting loud for Chelsea Green. I mean, she almost won the first time, and BFAB and Meechin came out and pushed her. That crowd was booing like crazy. They really wanted her to win. She finally hangs on the ladder like Kofi Kingston, and she climbs back up and wins it. Really cool moment for her. Then Chad Gable, I mean, when you talk about somebody who's been underutilized their whole career on the main roster to this point, he takes the cake. I mean, I understand he's a smaller guy. Vince don't like smaller guys and all that, but man, he's got everything you want. He's this
He
generation's Kurt
was dealt
Angle.
with, he was dealt with so many bad storylines, so the fact that he won it is definitely really helpful.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's been a heck of a journey to get here. I mean, he had the Shorty G gimmick for a while. That was just horrendous. His tag team partner had to retire. He had to go solo. He was in the stuff with
The tag
Otis,
team partner
and
gets the son of Kurt Angle storyline.
yeah, that was just ridiculous too. Like there's been a lot for Chad Gable, and I'm sure he was almost about to get released a few times. You never know. I mean, he was at points he wasn't even being used on TV for a while. So for him to come back and get his moment in his hometown, I think is a really cool moment. His family was there. That mascot, unfortunately, was there. They had to do a plug, which had people mad. But it was a cool moment for him. So, QJ, what do you think about Chelsea Green and Chad Gable having their moments at SummerSlam?
It was a good moment, well deserved, well needed. We got to do more moments like this. Don't have to be just pay-per-views, but like regular shows too. Got to throw people off. Crowd was good. Crowd was into it. I actually loved the crowd there. I still wish he would have, had that moment against Gunther. But either way, still good. Hopefully, it gets better from here. Hopefully, that's all we can say.
We'll see about that one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Any guesses on who Chelsea Green's first feud's going to be against? Is it going to be her and Tiffy, y'all think? Or something different? Because you're doing a celebration tonight, so somebody's probably going to come out and interrupt if I had to guess. But any... I swear if it's Nia Jax, I swear. Oh, my God.
I don't.
Shout out to Nia Jax, by the way.
Yeah.
She's lost a lot of weight. She looks fantastic. I mean, she really does. So credit. But yeah, it's... I think they'll do her and Tiffany. Maybe her and Blake
probably
Monroe.
Tiffany.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany. Blake Monroe. Can Blake do something on the main roster? Please. It's been 10 weeks since they showed vignettes, and she ain't done anything.
10 weeks.
She's so good, too. Like, let's get her into the mix.
Well,
here,
I do agree with that. I would love it for it to be Blake. I feel like for Chelsea, it needs to be a probable dub that wouldn't hurt her opponents.
That's true, yeah. Meeching or BFAB, maybe? Just an easy first win.
They're part of the Jade Cargill squad, so, give them something to do while we don't have Jade.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that. Jade's facing Charlotte tonight, so, yeah.
However, I will say, if it being Tiffany would be funny, because, let's not forget when Tiffany was world women's champion, Chelsea Green was U.S. champ, so it would be kind of funny since the roles are reversed.
That would be pretty funny, yeah. I mean, maybe Julia. Julia's just flat out buried on the main roster at this point. But yeah.
Buried.
Julia something.
AJ Styles talked about it. He said we got to give it time. This could be a
enough
story.
with the time.
I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, that's what Styles
time.
said. I was like, bro.
Tired of time. We let's not forget in NXT, Julia and Femi Vakir was considered the future of the women's division. Well, we got that with Vakir. Can we start with Julia? I want there to be a screenshot of Julia and Vakir with both the World Women's Championships. I want that.
Yeah. They were talked about heavy at NXT. Like, man, these two women are going to be future world champions. Stephanie Vakir's already had hers, but I don't know what the deal is with Julia. I really don't. Like, they gave her the U.S. title. They didn't do anything with her. Barely had her defend the title, and it just went all downhill from there. And then they had her and Kiana James split up. Maybe Kiana feuds with Chelsea Green. Maybe that'd be kind of an easy win. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, you got to feel for Julia. It's not been a fun time for sure.
Julia mentioned something about it. Like she is also saying, give it time.
Yeah, she said nothing will hold her down. F that, or so I don't know, something like that. So I don't trust WWE creative with her booking, but maybe she knows something we don't. But we'll see. So my favorite came back at SummerSlam. Kevin Owens made his big return. The crowd went nuts. I can't lie. I had a grin on my face when I heard his music hit because there's nothing like hearing that. The crowd went nuts.
There was a moment on the ramp you could tell like he was about to tear up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the crowd was tearing up too. I think they showed that girl. She was tearing up.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And the thing is about that, like a lot of people might give fans shit for crying. Kevin Owens, it's a legit fact. He might have not been able to return.
Yeah.
Like that's legit.
It was 18
he was 15 months into his rehab, and the doctors weren't clearing him. Like it didn't look like he was even going to be cleared to come back. So like, it's an emotional time. I mean, he might have not have been able to come back, and he's one of the best to ever do it. Like neck surgery is no joke, and he's 40. He's in his 40s too. So this is like a older. He's had a lot of wear and tear on his body. He's been doing this for 20, 25 years. So it was good to see him come back. Obviously, him and CM Punk is going to be very intriguing to me. I think that's going to be very fun to see. So, QJ, what did you think about KO making his big return and winning the #1 contender fatal 4-way match at SummerSlam?
It was good. They did that good. They added him to the match, sparked up the crowd. You gotta do moments like that. Those people off, you know what I mean? But it's good to see him. He gonna be doing. He gonna try to do a lot. You know how Kevin Owens is. He's still gonna give us a show. Doesn't matter the injuries. He's still gonna do it, but he might need to cool down a little bit. But I say if his final match, just give us everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the funny thing is he pretty much said, like, my doctor said I should take it easy. My family said I should take it easy, but I'm going all out every match for all of you. I'm just like, KO, let's not do too much here. You have a neck injury. But Tears, what do you think about Kevin Owens' big return at SummerSlam?
KJ, I do want to point out, like, when you said, like, they need to do more about the return stuff, like that feeling that I don't think there's going to be enough wrestlers to do that enough. You got to think about, like, who could they have to get that type of pop, though, as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think there's anybody on the injury list right now that could get that level of a pop. I could be wrong.
The only person who will come back and get that kind of pop is Rhea Ripley when she comes back.
Rhea,
Other than that, I can't really think of anybody currently.
Well, I don't even think Rhea could get that level of a pop because it, like with Owens, it was a neck injury. That was a question if he'll ever wrestle again. Rhea's
for sure,
yeah. But I guess Rhea could be the closest. I was very excited, because it was just we were all saying, like, please, KO, come back to SmackDown, please, please, please. And now that he is back, it's just it's not one of those things where we would probably regret it because no, we really want a KO back. So him coming back is definitely good for the roster, good for the show, good for the product, and him coming back against CM Punk. Now that I think about it, looking at everybody in that match, honestly, they weren't good choices. I'm sorry to say that, but nobody in that match before KO showed up was a decent choice.
Yeah, because Punk's already beat all three of them. He beat Gunther, he beat Sammy, he beat Femi.
All of them, yeah.
So, and it being KO versus Punk, that's something new, refreshing, and oh my God, the promos!
Oh, they have a segment on SmackDown? I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be vile. It's going to be vile.
Yeah, I have people I know who are big CM Punk fan. They were messaging me oh, our favorite against your favorite, all this other stuff. I said, yeah, it's going to be fun. Everybody's saying SmackDown's back. They said Randy Orton and Cody are in a proper feud now. They said Chelsea Green's champion. We're getting KO and Punk. They said it's back. It's back to the 09, 08 SmackDown. I'm just all right, let's see what the shows are like
Will
first.
it be better than Raw?
I love
That's
the
question.
You say will it be better than
It's more palatable with shit.
Would it be better than Raw?
I mean, Raw was pretty good this week.
But it was the Raw after Smack or SummerSlam.
Yeah, so I think SmackDown has a more interesting main event scene now. I mean, you got Gunther, Sammy, Finn, KO, Punk, Randy, Cody.
It's more healthy.
Yeah,
you got a lot of Trick you could throw in that mix. Priest, if you have to have him in that mix. You got a lot of guys who could be in that mix. Yeah, Damian Priest kind of cooked, but they need him to do that.
What? You didn't need to do him dirty like that. Say if
Priest is cooked. Tears. Let's be honest. Priest is cooked.
Priest.
No, hold on. There's still a chance.
I mean, he's got Lola Vice at least. That's the only thing I can say. He's got Lola Vice. That's
You're right. He already won.
Yeah, literally.
He already won. With her pictures with the title.
I mean, he was on last week's show in a title for title match against the War Raiders, but that ended in a DQ. But I mean, I guess it was something. But so let's talk about Oba Femi. He had that big win. He retired Brock Lesnar. He looked like a monster. He kicked out of a tombstone on wood, which was kind of crazy. Kicked out of 6 F5s in their first match, I believe. Maybe 7. I might be miscounting.
I know this
but
one
he's
was
looking
4.
like a monster. Yeah, he's looking like a monster. And a report came out today. They want him to replace Roman Reigns as the guy, the top guy, whenever Reigns is done. So, Tears, whenever you hear that, what are your first thoughts about Oba replacing Reigns as the guy in WWE?
I remember, God, was it 10 years ago, maybe? We were, in the same predicament where they were saying Roman Reigns to replace John Cena. And at that time, we were kind of hating it. I'm not getting that, hate feeling with Oba here because I feel I'm okay with this one, mostly because it's just like it's somebody I actually do enjoy in the ring, somebody who's fun on the mic whenever he has somebody to work with, and his moveset, while simplistic, it's a fun version of simplistic to where like instead of it being like a back suplex, it's like he gets you for a back suplex. Now I'm just gonna toss you. I'm not against it. I feel, and plus, like, I think this is the, correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I am. Won't Oba Femi be the first, like, official the guy that's a black dude in WWE?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, depending on what you feel about Samoans.
Yeah, I mean, Samoan. Some people say that's black. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing as well. Yeah, for me, I don't mind it. I think Oba fits that bill. He's over as all hell in WWE. He's a monster. He can really be your guy. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to book him in the future because you're making him look like he's unbeatable right now. But I mean,
Well, if you
somebody's
keep it
missing it.
going, give him the world title, then yeah, you're gonna have that like unstoppable feeling. So that means like whoever beats him for the title will get like he managed to do the unthinkable build as well.
I just don't know who that would be though. That's the problem. Like I know that's long down the line, but even in NXT, they don't have nobody. You go, yeah, that person. I mean, maybe Braun Breaker or Fatu, maybe. I don't know. I would
Well,
like it to be
those
somebody
two names
different,
at
not
least.
yeah, like maybe, but like I don't want it to be Reigns or Cody or
I mean, we
Punk
could.
or
We're
like I
working to
don't.
potentially get Trick up there.
Trick could be a possibility. Yeah, we'll see. QJ, what do you think about that? Oba taking over for Reigns as the guy in WWE.
Oba taking over, replacing Roman Reigns as the top guy. I mean, I don't. I'm happy for it if that happens. I mean, Oba, he's over the crowd. Fun to watch. Like like you said, like definitely gonna be a hard person to beat. Who will be the one to beat him when that time comes?
Now,
'Cause he's
I
kicking
do
out
want to
of
point.
almost
I
7
want to. I want
belts.
to add a
Yeah, that's
question to
ridiculous.
this
What?
because like I said with the Roman Reigns like 10 years ago, it was kind of like the same situation. How do we feel about Oba taking Reigns' spot like we did with Reigns taking Cena's spot? Like, let's compare the two bookings of the next, quote unquote, next big thing. I know retiring Brock and that was part of the thing, but it's kind of like the same thing to where like we hear, we see, we know he's going to take over the next spot of the current main star of WWE. How do we feel
Yeah.
about this compared to then?
I don't hate as much now because I feel like Oba hasn't been shoved down that by his throats as much as
Yeah,
Reigns has had. He's been there
not as bad.
less time. Like Vince
But
just
could you see like
tried
people
and
make the
tried.
argument like potentially like somebody could make the argument that Oba's been pushed out on throw, like he won King of the Ring, he more than likely is going to win a Royal Rumble, he retired Brock Lesnar. Could you see the argument that somebody would make that they're pushing Oba down our throats?
Oh, I
I
can see
don't
someone
feel
making
it,
that
but
argument, but the difference
yeah,
is fans actually like Oba. They didn't like Reigns at that
Yeah, they
time.
ain't
They were
like Reigns
tired
no
of him.
more.
They were booing him. They were sick and tired of the Reigns stuff. Like,
Hmm.
and look, Vince was right about Reigns. We can hate on Reigns. He's a big star. He's the biggest star in wrestling. So I mean, Vince had it right. Whether we wanted to hate on Reigns at the time or not,
it
and I
just
don't
took
really
way too
blame
long
Reigns.
to get there.
It took him a while, and that was a
Yeah.
lot due to the booking and the promos and the creative and I retired the Undertaker at WrestleMania and all that other stuff. It's just like,
Oh, there's another correlation: the retiring of a veteran.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Even though the Taker didn't retire, that's Taker being Taker.
I think Reigns turned it on a little bit after Cena just destroyed him in that promo. I think that was kind of when it was a
I
wake
gave
up
him a
call.
wake up
Cena,
call. Wake up
That
call.
was a wake up
yeah,
moment where like, okay, I actually had to put in effort.
yeah.
Right. Yep.
Cena just took him to town during that. I mean,
Roasted
that
him.
was. He's like, I'm not the
That promo is
Undertaker. I'm
still
not a
talked about
battered
to this
veteran.
day. Let that
Hmm.
sink in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and watch it every now and then. It was something else. I mean, it was really got Reigns a wake up call. Cena was not playing around. I think some of that shit from Cena was real. He's like, I'm not the Undertaker. I'm not a battered veteran at the end of my career with a bad hip. I'm the strongest, fastest,
Yeah.
and hungriest I have ever been in my entire life. He wasn't playing in that. He was like,
I'm here because you can't do your job.
yeah, that was crazy. And Kurt Angle's face in the background was just hilarious. It was just like,
I forgot Kurt Angle was the GM at the time.
yeah, he was. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Oba fits the bill for WWE top guy. I mean, I ain't mad at it. So let's talk about Trick. Obviously, a lot of people ain't happy he lost to Baron Corbin at SummerSlam. That crowd was silent. The online community was not happy.
They was in shivels or something.
Yeah, it was not a lot of happy people in that crowd. I don't know if it was more shock or more disappointment or both. They were just not happy. But on the bright side, it sounds like WWE has some bigger plans for Trick coming up. There's reports he has, bigger stuff happening in his career. Maybe he's going to win Money in the Bank. That's already being tossed around the creative meetings. So, QJ, I'll start with you. Would Trick be a good Money in the Bank winner in your mind?
Yeah, I feel he will. I definitely feel he will. Got a good title, good title run. I guess it's time to make that change,
Lemon pepper steppers.
So, Taylor, what about you? What you think about Trick? Oh, Trick Willie winning Money in the Bank.
I think like coming off a U.S. title run, I think it's a pretty solid like trajectory up for him because you go from making the U.S. title actually, no disrespect to Dragunov and Sane and Hayes, but it was kind of hot potatoed for a while there. So he gave the U.S. title some clarity. Some people would even say like he did better with the U.S. title than Penta did with the Intercontinental Champion. I don't know. I'm one of those who would say it. I think this would definitely be an improvement. Now, now I'm just thinking because we'll know it's going to be Trick when he's the one who pushes LA Knight off the ladder. That's just a trend they seem to love now.
Yeah, that's always a good.
Always do that. Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say, like, could he cash in and beat the people? But then I realized, oh, wait, he has a whole year with the briefcase.
Yeah.
He more than likely, he's going to be a heel when he cashes in. The Money in the Bank briefcase is basically the heel get out of jail free card.
He's got a good finisher for it, too. So
Mm-hmm.
that kick he does, that's a good cash-in finisher. He just hits it out of nowhere, cash in, boom. So,
I mean, just imagine doing the trick knee, but having the briefcase in front of the
knee.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it fits.
Now, that sounds stupid if you think about it because, why are you needing a solid metal briefcase? Whatever.
Yeah, but it's WWE logic. They don't count logic, so.
And plus, like, can you imagine him, like, customizing the briefcase like he did with the U.S. belts?
That'd be cool, yeah. It'd be a part of his character, so.
Yeah. But
I mean, besides Trick... Oh, go ahead, dude. No bad.
I was going to say, like, who... This is going to sound weird. This is a weird question. Who do we want him to cash in on? Because technically he can cash in on both the world and the WWE titles.
I think it's going to be Punk.
I think it'll be Punk, yeah.
Because Reigns and Oba with the direction.
Yeah. But when I say, like, who do you want him to cash in on? Like, do you think Punk will be the champion when he cashes in? Or do you think it'll be somebody else? More than likely Cody, but could it be maybe Oba finally winning the world title and Trick catches in on him?
I mean, they do have kind of a history, I think.
They do.
Oba beat Trick for the NXT title, I believe.
Yeah, so they're really good friends in real life, so I'm sure they would enjoy that.
I don't know. I feel they won't let him go that route for right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Austin Theory.
Trick and Oba?
Yeah, it's gonna be like Austin Theory. They were like kind of like with Austin Theory. They were like, we can't have him cashing on Reigns. We cannot do that. I feel like that's gonna be the kind of same situation. I think he's technically on the SmackDown brand anyways, so like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have a whole year with the briefcase. Like, more than likely they could switch shows.
That is true.
Build up something else.
I just think whoever holds the title Punk holds is going to get cashed in on. I don't see Reigns is only going to lose to Oba, and I think they're going to give Oba a long title reign. I don't see him losing anytime soon, especially since they want to make him the guy. So I think whoever is holding that undisputed championship will be getting cashed in on.
Yeah, he'll be going that route.
Yeah,
so we're leading towards a short Money in the Bank time.
I can see that.
Yeah,
it could be KO.
I'm going to vote for long term.
Long term on this one.
Long term time with a briefcase.
It could be. I mean, it's a possibility. Yeah. I still wanted Fatu to win Money in the Bank, but they really kind of killed off Fatu's momentum a little bit to me, so I don't know about him. I've heard Roxanne's getting a big push soon. Maybe my prediction will be right. Maybe she'll win Money in the Bank. It's around that time, so I don't know. But yeah, Trick would make a lot of sense to me. He's red hot right now. If you're gonna have him lose the United States title to all people of Baron Corbin, you better have some type of plan for him. Because that's just come on, bro. But we'll see. I mean, I think Trick's on the projection up. Meltzer hated that match with him and Baron Corbin. I wasn't a big fan of it either. Their chemistry was just kind of...
Yeah, but he also did not completely hate the Human Money's on a pole match.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I think Trick, to get the best out of Trick, You need good workers in the ring with him. Not that he's a bad wrestler, but he's not, a 5-star classic type of wrestler. You need him with a guy like Carmelo Hayes or
He's not
Dragunov
a
or
match
somebody like
holder.
that.
Yeah, not a
Yeah,
match.
so we'll see. So final topic. Obviously, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns was the talk of SummerSlam. It was an incredible main event. I thought it was very good. They went back and forth. They went about 30 minutes. There was a lot of good storytelling. They had the Shield aspect of it. They paid tribute to Moxley during it. Here's some dirty deeds. They hit the rebound and clothesline. They had a little mask in the middle of the ring at the end. And, I mean, it didn't disappoint. I thought it was probably the best match out of SummerSlam. It was really, really good. And it was kind of the end of an era, really. Like two guys we've been watching the last 10 years potentially having their final match against each other. Both of them are in their 40s now. Both of them have talked about retirement. I don't think they're going to retire anytime soon. But like Rollins said in the promo, we're close to the end than the beginning. So I thought they really let this match live up. It was excellent. A lot of near falls, a lot of good moves. They both did announce table power bombs to each other. Rollins went for a top rope curb stomp. They both did Reigns did a buckle bomb, which I thought was kind of different. I was like, damn, he's doing a buckle bomb now? I was like, damn, okay.
Still a
But
strange move.
yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I like the match overall. QJ, you watched it as well. What'd you think about the end of an era match with the two Shield brethren, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns?
Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Good match. Good match. Good storytelling. That was a way for them to go out. That's how it should be done. A lot of move thieves. Great near falls. Crowd was into it, obviously. Good them paying tribute to Ambrose too. She was obviously, part of that group. Yeah, I'll put it at it's definitely gonna be on my top list of favorite matches. Probably top 10 maybe. But they showed out. They showed out.
Yeah, Reigns. I'll give Reigns his flowers. Look, I've
Reigns
been
did
a
good though.
huge criticizer of Reigns. WrestleMania against Punk was awesome. That triple threat with Punk and Rollins at WrestleMania the year before was awesome. I thought this match was awesome. Reigns is kind of like Brock to me, where if he actually gives a shit about a feud in a match, you get a good match out of him. If he doesn't, you'll get kind of just two moves and
It
a
just
slow match,
exists.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the match was probably my favorite match. Outside the El Grande Americano match, probably my favorite match of the year in WWE. So I'll put it up there. But yeah, it was an incredible match. So Tears, what'd you think about it? I know you didn't watch the whole match, but what you've seen clips of it, what you've heard, what'd you think and what you heard about it?
I can definitely tell from what I've seen, it was definitely like a runner for match of the year, which I think it's funny from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing. It's crazy that SummerSlam has both the potential for match of the year and potential for worst match of the year, and they're both the world title matches. That's a debate for another day. I feel like it definitely lived up to be as QJ say, end of an era situation because Rollins and Reigns, this could potentially be the last time we have them because do we really see WWE giving us another Rollins Reigns feud before they retire? That's
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, because it's just like honestly, it wouldn't even work either because they showed the signs of respect at the end. So and it was Reigns who showed the signs of respect at the end too. And Reigns has from we got storyline wise the entire time he's never forgiven Rollins for
No,
breaking
he
up
is
the
not.
spirit.
Reigns never. I mean, never
So the
really
fact like
shows that kind
Reigns,
of respect.
so the fact that Reigns had his fist out for Rollins was definitely a show sign that he realized that it's time to quote unquote bury the hatchet. So I
Yeah, it
think
was.
it definitely did the story justice.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it was a perfect storybook ending for their feud, and they didn't face off till this is like 4 years after their last match. I think Royal Rumble 2022.
4 years. Wow.
Yeah, this is their first one-on-one since then. So I mean, they haven't really went back to it at all. Because I thought they were overdoing it, and then I realized they only had like 4 matches against each other in like the last 10 years. So I thought it was like more than that, but they really haven't faced off a lot in one-on-ones. Rollins has won every one of them outside of this one, but like,
Well, he
yeah,
didn't technically win the Royal Rumble one.
yeah, but he's still like Reigns has never beaten him in a one-on-one. Basically, like that's like the old shtick there
Yeah.
always.
Right.
But
Well,
like,
Reigns never beat him. That's the main thing. Is like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Reigns never beat him in a one-on-one. Like Rollins has always got the upper hand on him, but like this match showed that both these guys can still go at their age. They're still two of the best. Even though Rollins isn't prime Rollins of 2016, he still adjusted his style and still could put on a good match against anybody. I'm curious what's next for Rollins after this match. Like, who's he going to feud with? What's next for him? I don't really know the answer to that. But, like, Reigns is facing LA Knight. Good to see LA Knight getting something to do, so I'm not mad at it.
At least, at least it's something, QJ. At least LA Knight's actually in a storyline.
No, LA Knight's like actually really clever. Did y'all hear what he did?
That way he did.
Like when he did the mocking the Shield,
Uh-huh.
he pretty much spelt out "you suck." Like when he said like did each word, it pretty much the first letter was like YOUSUCK, and that's why he said "you suck" afterwards. He pretty much spelt that out when he was mocking the Shield shit. Like I thought that's actually really clever. A lot of people can't do that, so shout out to him for that. But like, I mean, Reigns is going to be champion for a minute. So if you don't like Roman Reigns, suck it up, Buttercup, because he's going to be champ till WrestleMania. So I've been saying this for a long time. I was going to say Rock and Roman. Maybe they still do Rock and Roman, but it sounds like Oba and Roman is the backup plan if Rock doesn't show up. So,
I mean, let's be fair. It's always weird to see Roman without a title.
oh, no doubt. He's always had one. Same with Cody without a title at this point. It's just weird at this point. Like, I mean, I thought the match was fantastic. I'm glad WWE let it live up. I was kind of worried that it wasn't because WWE sometimes rushes through main events and they get short on time, but this was not short on time, 30 minutes. I saw Stevie Richards was very critical of SummerSlam, which was kind of interesting. Like every video he put up was like criticizing each match. I didn't think this match really, like there was certain stuff like the referee not counting when they were out fighting in the crowd for like 15 minutes and then they get to the announce table and he just starts counting. Like that kind of annoyed me. But other than that, I mean, the match was fine. Like I didn't like Reigns no selling the top rope suplex from Rollins, but it seems like nobody sells that anymore. So it is what it is. But yeah, all in all, very good show.
Just basic.
Pretty much, like it's all in all. I enjoyed SummerSlam. We got AEW coming up now. We got Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay in a match that probably is never going to end. That match is going to be
never end. Like
like Ospreay said.
I mean, if it makes money,
it'll make money.
Not Tears.
Ospreay said this is Goku versus Vegeta in wrestling form. That's what he said on AEW. So
I'll ask
literally his words. So,
I'll ask should they go at least 50 minutes and up or what?
50
I don't know if
no.
Omega could go 50 minutes at his age. I don't know. I'd say 30 minutes.
50 minutes is a bit much.
Right.
Yeah, Omega's not fully healthy to do 50 minutes, I don't think, with his stomach issues. But I just hope Ospreay doesn't kick out a 3-1 wing.
He's going to kick out.
Yeah, plus, like, there's the thing, like, you got to think, like, if it was 50 minutes, what could they do throughout the match that would – could they keep the fans intrigued long enough like that? Like, you got to think, like, if you're going to do a match that long, you got to
slow the spot
out, like,
yeah,
and plus make it to where, like, you guys can guarantee, like, they can keep going that long, too. So you can't just do everything at once in the beginning.
Nah, heck no.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Should be a fun show. I know Kevin Knight's girlfriend's going over to AEW now, so that should be fun for him, having his girl over there. So we'll see. Any final thoughts y'all got before we wrap up this episode?
Nah.
Tears is thinking. He's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was going to mention this. I just never had a moment to. Earlier today, I saw a report saying, like, after 2027, Royal Rumble would be moving to a two-nighter show as well. What do we think about
I heard that as well. I mean, I don't know.
Keep it one night.
I don't know, because if you're going to have two Royal Rumbles, like male and female, then
that's what I was thinking.
Would it really be good to be two-nighter?
I guess
that SummerSlam is a two-nighter before Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I guess, it depends on the show.
I just hope they do early start times again, because having early start time for SummerSlam is actually kind of refreshing.
Just do early. That's it.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, though. Make sure that if you ever watch SummerSlam, make sure to check it out. It was a heck of a show, especially the Reigns and Rollins match. Definitely check that out. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you guys are pumped for AEW All in London. I think it's the pay-per-view, one of their biggest shows of the year. So that's going to be a heck of a crowd. Ospreay's home country. You know, that crowd's going to be lit for him. He'll probably come out with his Assassin's Creed entrance like he usually does for that stuff. So we'll see. But make sure to like and subscribe. Oh, go ahead, Tears.
I'm just thinking, like, Will Ospreay, I remember when we first started watching Will Ospreay, he's definitely evolved from what he used to be. Because like back then, like yeah, he still does a little bit too many spots, but like let's be fair, like it's not as many as he used to do.
Yeah, he's gonna take it easy to that
Yeah.
neck injury shit, but
He definitely
I just don't
also
like his
changed his
no
style
selling.
too.
It's
Just the no selling. We got to
yeah,
work
he
on
no
that.
sells every. It's just like, bro, him and Swerve was one of the most ridiculous matches I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't ever want to see that match again.
Again.
Still a
Please,
fan of him and Swerve.
I like them both, but man, that match.
Yeah,
was
but that match,
ridiculous.
they got to.
It was like I was playing WWE 2K26 with unlimited finishers, unlimited resiliency, and just, I mean, it was just ridiculous. But, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check us out on Spotify. If you guys prefer to listen to your podcast, we're also on Spotify. As always, appreciate the support. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.